Yo, what's up YouTube? My name is Chisha Zed, and I'm back in here with another video for you. As always, peace, positivity, self-awareness, and motivation. You already know what I need, man. I need you to hit that like button. Let's boost this video. Let's get into this topic. Normal delay. Let's get it. Guys, today we're going to be talking about very attractive women who are surprised that nobody wants anything to do with them, right? There's a lot of these. I'm sure you guys have run into them. Maybe you've dated a few of them, but there's a lot of like attractive women out here who are single. And when I say single, I mean not married. And there are a lot of them on TikTok who complain about this. They'll be like, oh my gosh, I don't get it. How do I look this good and I don't have anybody by my side? Well, in fact, we're going to check a couple of these videos out. Let's get it.
My favorite thing in the world is when a student guesses my age, and then the first question they always ask me is, are you married? And when I say no, they follow up with a, why not? You know what, Timmy? You are 7 years old and you're still struggling with basic subtraction, so maybe you should go inward and really focus on yourself and your own struggles, okay? And I'll focus on mine. It's really hard in these streets. Please, just let me work.
Man, you gotta love the kids, right? They're like, oh, you look hot. Like, I bet you those are guys, like, right? And they're honest. They look at her, they're like, hey, you're hot. Why aren't you married? You know, they're like, why not? I don't get it. You're beautiful. When you're young, man, you know who the fine teacher is in the school. That's why the kid is asking. But anyways, we're not going to get into that, man. We're not going to reminisce about old teachers. Man, I'm getting memories. I'm getting flashbacks. Well, Timmy was wondering why a woman who's so attractive is so single. Right. But before I get into this conversation, man, I have one more to play. We've got this other chick here who's sort of on the same vibe.
Not to sound conceited, but I'm definitely going to sound conceited for a second. So just bear with me. I'm obviously feeling myself. I look like this and I'm super sweet and I'm super smart. I'm not very funny, but I'm sweet and I'm smart and I'm single. Make it make sense.
Well, at least she knows she's not funny, right? Listen, when you're out here dating and you run into an older, very attractive woman, when I say older, I mean she's hit that wall, right? This is from like 29 and up. I know some people say it starts a lot sooner, but I usually keep it at like 30, right? And for the sake of this video, I'm going to start it at 30 because I run into these women all the time. 30 years old, very attractive, and they complain about why can't I find a man? I'm so attractive. If you run into an older woman who is extremely attractive and nobody wants her, there's a reason. There's a reason she's not married. There's a reason the last guy changed his mind, right? And these women will be completely clueless about the reasons why these men left. And guys, it could be anything, right? It could be anything from a woman who doesn't know how to cooperate with the man, right? She has no nurturing skills at all because she thinks she's so fine that she doesn't have to make a sandwich, that she doesn't have to get in the kitchen and cook a meal for a man, right? That she doesn't have to learn how to do some chores around the house, do some woman's work. I'm gonna get in trouble for this video. Let me chill out. But what I'm basically trying to say, man, is when you find these women who are older and nobody wants them, there is a reason for that. And sometimes it's nothing to do with the nurturing thing. It could be that she just has like a terrible temper, right? And what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, trust that your fellow man is not stupid, right? Men recognize quality when they see it. Men recognize a good catch when they see it, in most cases. Because there are men out here, believe it or not, who still are willing to get married. I tell you guys all the time that, hey, I'm probably going to marry, but I'm not going to sign documents because I'm not going to get put under that authority of whatever state I'm married in, right? So these women are single for a reason. You should not wife these chicks up. you shouldn't take them seriously. There is no reason a woman can be in her 30s and that attractive, right? Fine, 30 plus, and single without having some serious problems. Why? Because we know most men will suffer most things. If she's fine enough, you know, men value looks. But if she's not wifed up, man, and she's like kind of getting up there above 30, 32, 33, 34, still fine, there's some issues there, some serious issues. And just trust and believe that she's been vetted already by other men. Don't focus on that. You know, maybe you can date her. You know what I mean? You can bust the cheeks one time. But you can't take that seriously, man. You can't. And if you do, you will go through some hell. I promise you. And don't let her have kids. Don't let her have kids at that age, right? Hey, you've been warned. That's just my advice. Every time I've run into a woman who is older and who's fine, the more I get to date a woman like that, I'm like, okay. Now I just get used to it. I look at an older woman, and if she's really, really attractive, I'm like, there's something wrong with you, isn't there? You have to be crazy. And that's usually not far from the truth in most cases. Because a woman who's extremely attractive and not difficult to deal with and doesn't have some serious damage, she'll be wifed up, you know, fast, not slow. Some guy out there, some simp will recognize it. But even the simps don't want to deal with that, right? And of course, a lot of those women aren't looking for simps, right? They have their eyes set because they're attractive. They have their eyes set on like this high caliber guy, or a guy has to be like very good looking. But if you run into one of these women, I'm telling you right now, there is something wrong with them. That teacher that we just saw, there's probably something about her that's just very, very off. And that blonde chick, we could already tell she was kind of crazy, right? There's something about those two women that's very off. They're complaining like they don't know, and they probably are being sincere, like, what's wrong? I don't get it. You know, I'm so beautiful. And they think that's part of the problem, is that they think that's all they have to be is attractive and be beautiful. And they probably miss out on a lot of other qualities, which is why in most cases, man, the best type of woman to wife or to take seriously isn't a 10, because a 10 hasn't usually built the type of personality and character that could best serve a man who embraces his masculinity and needs a more traditional woman. A woman who's really attractive, man, she's been told she's amazing by so many different simps, being pandered to, that her perception of the world is just completely different from most women. To be an attractive woman in our day and age is to live a completely different life, right? You got to think of the type of validation really attractive women get on social media, on dating apps, when they're just walking around. It's crazy. But again, going back to my original point, we've got these women here who are wondering, like, why can't I find anybody and I look this good? Well, it's probably because there's something wrong with you. So again, man, if you run into a woman who's very attractive, who's supposed to be married at the age that she's at, there is probably a reason men are choosing to not put a ring on it. That's it, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. I'm also curious to know if you guys have ever had an experience with a woman who, you know, you looked at and thought, you know what, you should be married. You're so fine. I don't get why no one has wifed you up. And then you got to dating her or talking to her and you realize, like, okay, this woman is literally out of her mind. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the content. As always, if you did not hit that like button earlier, do me a favor and hit that like button and get this video boosted. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, my name is Chisha Zed. I'm out. Peace.
I'm a walking Liberty Bell. Freedom ring through my stride. Freedom to be inside and be a slave to my pride and ride away to scream. Man, this love's so serene. I should probably shake it up just a little bit.